Bong bong.
Bong bong.
Yo, welcome to the show. Welcome to the show.
Whoa,
That's how
whoa.
it is. It's it's gonna be a good show this week.
A lot of stuff planned.
For real. There's so much. I guess look at this smile. You can't take the smile off my face. It just comes back.
That's the smile of someone who's trying to not appear excited for something that's happening.
It's such a good show. Oh my god. Wait till you guys see. Welcome to the Bodycast, the official podcast for the subreddit r/rap battles. I'm copacetic, and with me today, as always,
Pathogenic.
and a special guest today, dropping in from Toronto, center of the universe.
Quadre. I am Quadre.
There he is.
The man himself.
I am Quadre. Very, very much legendary. Follow him on all social media, Twitter, Instagram, all that good stuff. Are you TikTok?
No, I have a TikTok, but nobody goes on there and looks at my stuff.
Me too. R/rap battles is, of course, the largest online forum for the international culture of battle rap. You can find us on Reddit, Twitter, Instagram, and on the official Discord server in the links below. It's the only place for fans to go for battle rap news from around the globe. Yes. The whole globe, whole planet. We got that.
The best. I love Reddit. I love all the talkers on there too in the comments.
Reddit fans.
Both the best and the worst at the same time.
As Ellis Dean said in a bar versus Cast Buff, you have the sense of humor of a Reddit user. It is its own fucking thing.
I heard that. I was like, that's
so
good.
Funny.
That's really good. Shouts out to those guys. Definitely nominees for Battle of the Week this week. It's going to be a crazy week for battles. It's really been a crazy week for battles. But, that's what we do here. We recap the whole week, and the entirety of the globe is included. I think today we'll probably spend a little bit more time on America and Canada just because of our guest and, stuff's popping off in America right now.
Mm-hmm.
C'est la vie. But that's not why you come here. You come here because you want to be the most informed, most well-informed, and well-rounded and knowledgeable battle rap fans in the world. And that's what we offer. We got expertise here, promoting, booking events, battling, killing big names, everybody,
international award winner.
International award winner.
Mm-hmm.
Got that too. Dre, especially dope on it's like a universal thing. It's everybody loves Dre. So
yeah, the artistic levels in so many different formats.
Oh man. And that's what the fans of this show come to expect, because the fans are of a higher quality. The fans are attentive and they're paying attention to the nuances and the subtleties that only aficionados are aware of. Would you say, Pat?
I would say ultimately that our fans might need to be tested for not being human. You should look into it.
Totally. Check.
They're above regular levels of humanity, I guess.
Facts. Fully. Shouts out Polly in the chat. What's up, G? Also had a battle yesterday on the same card.
Okay.
Let's get negative.
Everybody sings the bot. Oh yeah, let's get negative. That's the hashtag now. That's my new thing. Like my intro, if I do another battle, I'm just gonna be like, let's get negative.
Wow, you heard that? That's nice. Just tease us. Just do one battle.
Maybe February. They're talking about February, but we'll see.
See what's up. The bag's got to be enormous.
Got to be substantial.
So the only thing that I can imagine that we could possibly do to bring everybody on the same page and bring our experience up to the most that you can experience it for this show.
Yeah, we didn't get into it soon, and I'm kind of losing it here because our guest right below me had the debut of the year. So
whoa!
You grab your drinks for the community cheers.
Community cheers,
Community cheers.
Amazing. Woof.
Wow, that's insane. Thank you. Wow.
Connected.
You're very welcome.
It's my first ever rap rounds I've ever written. I passed it through a bunch of people. And they helped me saying you're slowing down this part, maybe like rev it up a little bit and like, stuff like that. So a lot of people help me with it, but yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Amazing.
Yeah.
People were you were like getting pointers from vets, from people in your area.
I messaged realnly Brandon, Gaddis helped me as well, and just like some of the people in like Twitter, like battle rappers, not battle rappers, but like media people, like battle rap bars, Barber, battle rap Barber, Britt, and a few other people. They give me like critiques and pointers because I did spit for like my friends that aren't into battle rap, and it's like they're like, what does this mean? Like, what do you mean by like swing on Bill? Like, okay, nice. I don't get it. Like, yeah. So they're like, maybe dumb it down. It's like my favorite battle is Disaster versus DNA. It's just straight to the point, and I'm like, but that was like 10 years ago. Everybody listening now is gonna be like, they don't want to just hear me. You suck. You suck. You suck. But that is a classic battle. I'm not trying to say anything.
Quadre is like, yeah, so I'm having my first battle ever, so I better spar with somebody. Real name Brandon and Gaddis.
Like, damn.
Yeah, they bought posters for me, so I just asked them if they can just listen to it, and they're like, yeah, it's good. So yeah, but everything, yeah, it took me very stressful writing. I didn't expect it to be like super hard, but I've always been a fan. I've always been a fan since high school, even like elementary. Like I have old raps where I bite grind time bars. Like you can hear like some John the downlines. That was like my first ever like favorite. And Bricks Belvedere and those guys, like I always like love those guys. Like it's crazy. It's crazy how this came full circle. And the funny thing is I made a song when I was 12 years old called Beast Mode, which is crazy.
Oh my God. Look at that
together.
Written in the stars.
It came full circle.
That's right. So did you? Yeah. Sorry. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say I have a question for you. So being a fan and watching it for as long as you have, at what point when you had been like, yeah, okay, I'm gonna do the battle, you lock it in. At what point do you go, oh, okay, that's a lot harder than I thought it would be? Is it like an immediate thing as soon as you start trying to write it? Or did you get like halfway through a round and you're like, oh, fuck, it's a lot harder to end it than I thought it would be?
Yeah, exactly. Like for me, when Theory's like, because Theory's, I don't know if you guys seen the promo, is pretty much all over Reddit there, where he's like choking and stuff. And I was standing there watching because he's my friend. Like he's my friend. He's a supporter of me and everything. So I felt bad, after that happened. I actually felt bad, and then I was like, "I'll take you for your next battle," because nobody else wanted to battle him. So I was like, "Let me go ahead, take you. It'll be my debut. It'll be your redemption. It's like a little story. I'll try to promo it up so everybody watch it." Yeah. And then for the difficulty part is like when I start, like I'll be thinking of stuff, like I'll be like, "Okay, theories and 5. Okay, I can do a lot of flips with that," and like I have a little bit of personal things with him that I know of. So I can use that, but like writing and then counting syllables and then make sure this is not too much and then make sure this flows with this. And then I'd be rapping to my buddies and they're like, the cadence is off. And I'm like, but I'm just like trying to just recite it to you. Like I'm not trying to perform it in front of you, but I understand what they're trying to say. But they're like, the cadence needs to be there. And I'm just like, what do you mean by cadence or like aggression? Like, it's just so confusing. And then I have to think about the reaction, if this will hit or if that would hit, or if people will understand in the building, if it's just going to be dead silence. Like if I say something like when I said the T and Doe bar. So T is Tycoon Tax. In his first battle, he dissed Tycoon Tax and he battled John Doe. And T and Doe is the cult leaders of Heaven's Gate. So that's why I said keep dissing T and Doe and you will reach that next level outside Heaven's Gate. So that's why I wrote that. I was watching a documentary. Wow. Yeah, I watched a documentary.
Cults fan. That's I had one of those when I went to iBattle about Heaven's Gate too. So
okay.
It's like I watched it and I was like, "This is nuts." I love that.
Yeah, and on the camera, like nobody was kind of reacting, but I thought it was gonna get things. But when I wrote, I said that to my friends. They're like, "I don't get it," and I was like, but. I don't know. He'll get it. He'll understand. Pretty much. But yeah, I kind of write like I didn't want to be too crazy, like too astronomical Chilla Jones there and Daylyt and stuff. But I wanted to appeal to people that are just like casual, just listen and can get the doubles. Like you wanted to short stop the process, skip bases, skip Bayless, you know, that part. You know, a little baseball reference, but also, you know, him trying to skip bases and whatever, and skip the process. But it was good, but difficult was definitely things that had to land, things counting syllables, making sure everything flows properly, have 1 point, and I don't know, but it's hard. It's hard. Everybody talks on Instagram and Reddit and stuff, but it's very difficult.
Facts. It's super intense. Did you find that you had more pressure while you were writing or before you were about to perform?
Probably before, because when I was writing, you know, I got a lot of people say, "Okay, this is good. I like that part, like the swing on Joel." I like the. I even tried to rebuttal, like at the beginning. I was like,
That was
I did
ballsy.
the rebuttal. Yeah, my rebuttal game kind of cold. But yeah, I tried to rebuttal it, and I kind of like fumbled it a little bit, but I got it back. But I did 2 rebuttals. The game of the year, Elden Ring. That was another thing. The Press is King, and then I had the leg day thing. That was all just like right there because he said I'll put quadrilateral. I was gonna say like, oh, the only time you put lateral, you know, but it was fun. It was a fun battle. I can't. It was crazy watching it back. I was proud of what it was, but definitely pressure before the battle. Like on the way to the venue, it was like, oh my god, my heart was like racing.
Yeah, it gets intense.
I think the holy shit, I'm doing it now.
Exactly. They're like, Quadre, you're up. I was like, I just got here.
Which is like, you'll soon learn is like ideal. Like as you start moving up the card, it gets worse because you know having your battle out of the way early is like the best way. For real.
When I was in New York, shout out to iBattle. The way that Lex described it to me, it was complete. It just made sense, but I ended up battling. I think it was like 1 a.m. I was last battle.
Jeez.
And I was just like, oh, I hate battling last because you get to stand there and just every 30 minutes you're like, all right, gonna go run my bars again because I'm now scared that I'm gonna forget them.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's at the beginning it's just perfect.
Yeah, the beginning is the best. At the end is like, it depends on, I think, and we were talking about this before in on Instagram, like that the more prepared you are, the more hype you are. And it's like, if I have really good material and I feel really good about it, then being at the end is okay because it's sort of like, oh, wait till they see this shit. Wait till they fucking see this shit. But like, if you just want to hang out with your friends and like have a good time and stress free, then yeah, battling at the beginning is definitely the first day.
Okay. Yeah, I see it like that. You know, I was watching the battles and they're good. Like I even with Genocide, I ran my first round with Genocide, and even he said, you know, the delivery, the bars are there, but just the cadence and delivery and like you swag and stuff. And that's why I try to like smile through some of the parts and kind of, you know, I was like, swag, like, what do you mean by swag? Like, you can't really teach that, you know, you just got to have it really. So when he said that, I was like, okay, I understand. And I was listening to bars. Like for me, when I was trying to see like how I would want to perform, I watched Chess first, Chef Traz, because Chef Traz kind of has the same personality type I do. I'm kind of laid back person, you know, go with the flow. But like how he performs, like Chef Traz is one of my favorites, and like him during that chess battle, crazy. So that's why I trying to kind of emulate how he was performing on the stage, because I'm not like a yelling person, and like I'm too nice, I'm too kind, I'm too.
Let's get negative.
Let's get negative.
There it is. Amazing. How was the rest of the event? Like,
it was good. It was good. It was probably one of the best events because there's like no like forfeiting rounds. Everybody came prepared. Just one battle, somebody didn't show up, but he was really good. I can't remember his name, but he was really good. He was a rap. He raps online and stuff, and he was really good, like his delivery and everything. But like besides that, some no shows, but the ones that went down, really good, really good. Illy Grips, they're really good. Tin Man Bully, that was really good too. I was quoting some of his lines as well.
Sick.
Wise Guy and Big Dubs was great.
True. Big Wise Guy battle.
Yeah. Yeah, Wise Guy's absolutely hilarious.
Yeah, he's a Canadian goat. I mean, he's always puts on. He knows what the audience likes, and he's got a style. He's got a style that's fun to listen to.
Yeah, he actually brought out a pretty wild antic.
Oh shit! Hey.
Oh, let me pull it conceited and slow that down. He pulled out a couple ant dicks.
Dicks? No way.
What he did.
That's one of the funniest things that I've seen. That's very wise.
It was a good event. I liked it. And it ended early. It ended around like 6 o'clock or so.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, you guys started at noon, right?
Yeah, we started at noon.
Spectacular.
Yeah, I think I've said that everywhere I've go ever since battling in England, that they primarily start their events in the earlier afternoon and end sort of in the early evening like that, between 6 and 8. And that's the best. There's nothing better than spending the actual day doing the battle stuff. And then you have the ability to do whatever you want to at night. You can go out and party with everyone, or you can go have dinner with everyone, or just go to the hotel room. It's fabulous.
Super ideal. Right. Yeah. So overall, successful event, successful battle.
Yes.
Maybe February.
Yeah, maybe February might do a thing. Even they're talking about even me doing a 2-on-2 with theories, but I don't know. Maybe we'll see.
2-on-2 fun. Pat, do you ever do a 2-on-2? You've never done a 2-on-2, have you?
No, I haven't. There are 2 guys that I want to do 2-on-2s with. Eventually, someone in the future. One, obviously, me and Johnny, because we live like 30 minutes away.
That'd be really dope.
But this is one that was literally, I was talking to him about it yesterday or 2 days ago. We're gonna put it out on Twitter because it's time to announce that it has to happen. But me and Bizzo Bond.
That's my guy.
Yeah, me and Bizzo 2v2 is gonna be happening. So we're telling someone to book it. Pep's in the chat. Yo, Beast Mode, me and Bizzo Bond versus 2 people. Pepe, set it up.
Let's go. I thought you were gonna go a different way with that. I thought you were gonna go CJA.
No, CJ and I have talked about it as well.
Yeah.
But Bizzo and I have talked about it like very recently about it.
Plethora of potential teammates for you. We'll all lose to me and Ellipsis as soon as we fucking.
Ellipsis is so good. Him for dysfunctional. I was there for that thing. That was crazy.
Yeah, he's insane.
That's
He's really
behind him.
The only problem there though is that I beat Ellipsis 1v1 and I beat you 1v1. So together, you could do with that. Sorry,
I don't remember that happening.
I could do it. I could beat both of you. You know what? 2v1. I'll beat both of you at the same time.
Man, really wants to die. Come on, Organic, set it up. So dope. So dope vibe, dope event, and another thing from Beast Mode. While we're here in Canada talking about Canadian Battlerap, is another event announcements just dropped, like 4 of them.
Yeah. Do you have those up, or I have them pulled up if you want?
Yeah, it's I got this. It's the With All Due Respect, or is it called All Due Respect?
All Due Respect, yeah.
All Due Respect. Very fire. Great memory. Yeah. So only 4 battles announced, but you imagine there's going to be more, right?
I'm sure there'll be a few more. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah, good and impressive 4 battles, like really centered around the names that are popping right now for Beast Mode. Which is really cool.
Really, really exciting to see.
Totally. And especially like some of the names, like Tycoon Tax is back. Tycoon Tax is like legit outside now.
Yeah, frequently battling. Between CRB
awesome.
and Beast Mode, he's very active, which is great to see, right? KOTD Street legend, Tycoon Tax.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and I mean, this has been an incredible year for Beast Mode when you think about all the different events they've thrown and the people they've had out and the attention. Like, I feel like they've been really holding down Canadian Battlerap for 2022, but also over the pandemic a little bit too.
Yeah,
you got A Ward, had Saga here.
Yeah, it's
Cortez,
great.
Red Flag, bunch of guys here.
Ellipsis, all the best guys.
Yeah, Ellipsis.
You know what's up. What else? What else is going on? I mean, like we talk about these matches too. Like, let's not skip over that.
I think the main event is one that was booked a long time ago. It was supposed to be for Beast Mode Eras, which was a really cool idea that they had back. You know, there was the Chris Kane era before, and then there was the Smitty era that was sort of new, and they were gonna each have like the two teams against one another.
Okay,
Obviously, stuff that doesn't exist anymore. The ability to do that, but the main event for that was going to be Franchise and Apex, and so that is now the main event for this one. So Franchise versus Apex.
Crazy. Should be for the belt.
What was that? Sorry.
I say, is it for the belt?
I don't know. It doesn't say anything about it being for the belt. Yeah, it's on the picture. It doesn't say that it's for the belt.
But you imagine that Franchise is going to at some point compete for the Beast Mode belt. Like Franchise has been, his name has been attached to Beast Mode for as long as I can remember.
Forever, yeah. I think his first few battles are on there too.
Yeah, I mean, you could say that he would be the most successful battler from Beast Mode, right? I mean, there's always that title that goes around when you start on a smaller league and eventually get notoriety that, yeah, he started here. And so I would say that Franchise definitely, obviously with Joey, obviously with Pepe, they all have exceeded to the next level. But I would say that Franchise is probably the best out of them.
Franchise for sure. Franchise is top 3 in Canada. And
yes,
that's a debate.
Yes.
About where in the top 3.
Yeah.
Like he's been having a great year too. Like he was out at the Riot earlier this year. He's been all over the States. And then
he's outside again.
Shit, he came to Vancouver. Fucking came out here and had a really, really good battle.
Yeah. He was on Set the Bar. He's been on CRB. He's been on Beast Mode. You know, it's fantastic to see. So really exciting, him versus Apex.
Totally. And what else? Dysfunctional versus
Final Word.
Final Word. Dope.
Yeah.
So Final Word is back in the fold, right? Like this is Final Word's third battle in Beast Mode in the last half of the year, maybe.
Yeah, he had one yesterday too. I don't know if that's included in the 3 or if he's at 4. But yeah, he had one yesterday as well. Watched that. It was great. He's been battling a lot on CRB also. So
right.
Good to see him back and being more active. I think that him and Dysfunctional is a good test again. Totally. Now it's kind of the pay it back. Dysfunctional got a couple of big looks, and now it's time for him to give Final Word a look. You know, I wouldn't consider Final Word to be an up and comer because he's sort of solidified himself over. It's his returning battles, but you know, I think it's Dis's turn to sort of pay that back.
Yeah, and I mean, good like you can't lose this. Like with all the stuff that you've been doing this year and talking about, you know, it's a good look for Final Word to like capitalize on some of that attention, but also for Dis, you can't lose this. It sort of kills your momentum.
Yeah,
but it'd be interesting to see what happens.
Yeah,
I had this Final Word this in my second round. I had a Dis Final Word Dis. Turn Final Word to a Death Wish.
It's crazy.
February. Let's go.
Yeah, I don't know, maybe. But yeah, Dysfunctional. I love Dysfunctional. Super supportive. Gave me encouragement even like towards the battle. Like definitely one of them ones.
Yeah, he's a great guy.
And you know what? Like this has been a pretty big weekend for Dre. I mean, I don't know if you saw J Black was fucking wearing.
Yeah, you had the sticker of the URL.
Super dope.
Crazy. It was a JV. It was JV. JV ordered one, and I didn't know he's gonna put it on there. That's crazy.
Very
I was
cool.
like, hey.
That's super dope. It's dope to see you like represented in the culture, like how everybody's embraced you and everything that you've been doing. It's sort of like I said at the beginning of the show, it really, you know, transcends all the boundaries in Battlerap, which is really cool. I fucking love it.
Yeah, and like I don't take credit. Like I know there's a bunch of artists like all over. Like I've seen some for KOTD, some in UK as well. And like, you know, I'm not saying like I'm the first or anything, but like I always love everybody. Anything if you could draw a stick man and post it and say it's copacetic, then I'm okay.
Stick man. Apt description.
Copacetic stick.
Let's go. Terrible. But yeah, I mean, like, okay, it's very humble and a very kind thing for you to say. But let's be real, you're fucking blowing people out of the water. This shit's amazing. You got stickers, we got fucking, and everybody in the culture is going crazy for it. It's been a huge year.
Yeah, even
and
the resumes and everything. I know.
What the fuck, man? Really, like everybody.
I remember when I first started posting on Reddit, they're like, "Why are you posting cartoons on here? This isn't cartoon stuff." And everybody's like, "I want one. Give me one."
Facts.
It's crazy. Even so much so that your poster, your promo picture for the poster was your own self-portrait.
Yeah, my picture.
Humans.
What the fuck?
What was that?
Get that goddamn robot under control.
Hey, BattleBot, you can't just interrupt people. BattleBot, we do Battle of the Week at the end of the.
Hello, Quadre.
BattleBot, you gotta pick your spots, buddy. Come on now. What do you want?
Enough of this guy, man.
What do you want, BattleBot?
How do you feel about AI art?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
I hate it.
Yeah.
Because I made you some AI art. Would you like to see?
Sure. Putting me out of business.
Let's bring it up. What do you got? What do you got, BB? Oh, hey. Yo. Wow.
Would you look at that?
That is some wild thing. Good shit. Battlebot, how did you make that? How did you even
I took some human art and purged the flaws.
That's how you do. I mean, if you have to make AI art, I assume
Oh my god.
that you got to take in. But that's really impressive. I don't know. What do you
That's so funny. That's the best thing ever. That made like my whole like friggin' month, man. That's crazy.
You are most welcome.
Love it, man. That's probably gonna be my profile picture for a while now.
When he updated last week, this is not what I anticipated. I didn't anticipate that he was updating for art.
Oh man, he's just finding himself. You gotta let the BattleBot grow a bit. You know, he grows up.
He needs to know his role and wait to the end of the show like he's supposed to.
Yeah,
that was kind of rude.
He's got to learn not to interrupt for real. It's got to.
Do you know what the binary code on that art meant?
Oh, that's what the ones and zeros are?
Yeah.
No, I will have to.
Oh, we should figure that out. That's hilarious.
Yeah,
That's
binary code. No, that's fire. Anyways, enough interruptions. Let's get to what we're here for real. The title of the show.
I will also say quick before we get onto that: Pepe versus Riz Relit, Joey Gambello versus Tycoon Tax. Also on that card that was in
fire.
Good stuff.
Yeah,
truly.
But I was so rudely interrupted by that fucking robot.
You gotta be nice to the robots too. Yeah, so Canada wrapped up. Still waiting on that KOTD announcement.
Organic, I need to be on stage, man.
What's going on?
Yeah.
We gotta see that. Organic watches this show religiously, so definitely he'll hear you.
Yeah, we have 3 live viewers currently, and Ganik is all 3 of them on 3 different computers.
It's Ganik, Gully, and Lush right now. Okay, so Canada, you're good. We love you. You're doing well. But let's talk about it. Daylyt versus Lux is supposed to happen this month. It was supposed to happen in Detroit in December. I think he said. I want to say December 15th, but that doesn't make any sense. He said December, right? He said in the middle of
They
December.
said December sometime.
Who said that?
So then Daylyt said that, but then Lux was on HHIR, and he was like, whatever Daylyt says is true. And they were like, oh, you're going to battle him in December? And he's like, yeah,
Okay.
whatever it is. So like he's down, and the way that Daylight's talking about this is like it's going to change
the human life,
everything. Change the way that people battle. He said this was supposed to go down during COVID, but then COVID happened, and they were saying, hey, you've got to battle people at a social distance of 6 feet. And he was like, well, I'm not going to have this classic battle, this huge battle happen with fucking masks on. He was for the first time in his life firmly against wearing masks while battling.
The irony.
Right. So it's supposed to be happening sometime in Detroit this month, and not on URL. So
I seen it was like some sort of like movie production, and there's gonna be only high level lyricists in the building. I was like, if I was in Detroit, I would have just drove down there. It was like 2 hours away, an hour and a half away.
It's not far from where you are.
If this battle actually happens this month, my face will look like the AI art that was. I really don't. That. I don't anticipate it.
The one thing about Daylyt is, and this is the crucial element that sometimes I think people miss. He has to deliver every once in a while. Like every once in a while, he has to deliver just to keep you on your toes, right? If it's bullshit all the time, then you get,
It's the boy who cried Lux is kind of what this is like
right now. Cried Lux. Facts. But yeah, interesting. He wants that, and he said also Rum Nitty and Geechee Gotti, but he's talking about Rum on URL. He wants it just to be on the biggest stages. He just wants to be the biggest platforms, the biggest stages.
I won't believe it until I see it.
Yeah,
that's probably fair.
And in all honesty, I mean, look, Daylyt could be pulling a fast one on us. This could have happened already. Maybe this happened a month ago, and they're just releasing it this month.
True.
Right? So who knows? Maybe there's some other layer that he has, cooked up that he's like, this is how it's going to be.
I totally believe that. Yeah.
And in regards to him wanting other battles on other platforms, this is another one of those, two truths and a lie type thing.
Right.
Where when I hear Daylyt talk about who he wants to battle, it's always changing. Except there's always one name that's consistent, and Nitty is always, whenever he talks about it, Nitty's always in there. But then there's also Shine. There's also this person. Now it's Geechee. There's that third name is always out of there. But Lux and Nitty seem like two that I would expect to see happen within the next year.
And who doesn't want to see Daylyt versus Rum Nitty? Like, I want to see that. Fucking lots of shit. Anything.
Yeah.
I care more about that than Daylyt versus Lux, to be totally honest.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know. Lux goes over my head too much. Yeah.
I get it.
Nitty's crazy. His battle with EK was like, that just dropped. It's up for Battle of the Week.
Crazy.
And it's like, he's EK did fine. EK did very well. But Nitty is dragging him to the fucking Battle of the Week with that shit. It was Rewind Central.
You know what? In order to battle Rum Nitty, you can't have a name. That's what the key is. That's the thing. You literally have to be nameless. When they say, "What's your name?" to put it on the flyer, don't have one.
I would just battle Rum Nitty to see what he flips my name as. I have a lot of quad, a lot of Dre's, a lot of Q's, a lot of whatever.
The best flips.
It's one of those things where it's like that. Battling Nitty is almost more for you. Okay, I got 30'd, but did you hear how he did that? Like, no one will ever be able to do it better than that. So I got that out of the way.
That's the fun part about battling too. I think Dre is like when you're talking so much about like the prep, and we talk about how we get our writing together and our performance together, and it's like you get a front row seat. If you have a good opponent, you get a front row seat to some good shit. I mean, I got to watch Marv cook me, and it was like, this is fucking great. This is hilarious. And sort of like forget that. But yeah, that's a big part of it too. Is just if you ever get to Battle Run Midi, boy, are you in for a treat.
Crazy.
Real good shit. So I mean, American Battle Rap is probably the healthiest it's ever been, which is really insane because when you think about it, I know we were talking about, when URL went on caffeine. now. That they were going to just dominate everybody, and that it was like, oh, this is the end for American Battle Rap, because now they're just going to set up, events on each coast and just keep it streaming with free events and high-paid artists, and how can anybody compete?
Mm-hmm.
And since then, everybody's been competing. It feels like it's helped everybody. Like iBattle is bigger than it's ever been. ARP is.
Lexi just put up that iBattle has 50,000 subscribers and they got 2 million views in
crazy
in X amount of time here. It's
totally deserved.
Yeah, they're skyrocketing right now.
Amazing. It's really good for battle rap culture. We were saying that ARP is throwing crazy events. This Frenemies card from the Battle Academy.
Oh yeah, Bill Collector and Rosenberg, yeah.
Yeah.
And even I've seen Big T and Easy, the clips I've seen, I was like, oh boy.
Yeah, it's good shit. It feels like, I don't know, a renaissance. It feels like this is really a good time for everybody, no matter what league you're on,
I would say so. And new leagues that are popping up that are doing great. I mean, the Riot has been quiet since
the Ward and
Medium Ward, but I'm sure they have something that's cooking up. GTX has been quiet, but I'm sure that they have something cooking up regarding Crooked and Diz. And then Nitty has Westworld popping off also, his league. And then Battle Academy, they've been getting their big names. So it just seems like there's been this pop-up of fantastic battle leagues all over the States, and not just on the East. Like having the West representation there as well now with Riot, GTX, and Westworld is really, really cool to see.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's like people maybe there were promoters out there or potential promoters who were like, oh, I can do this. Like battle rap before, it's like, hey, if you're a competent promoter, you can fucking run a battle rap league. But if you're a really good promoter, you probably want nothing to do with battle rap.
Yeah.
But like if there's a lane there, right? Like we used to say, it was difficult running events because nobody comes out of university like, oh, I'm gonna start a battle rap league and take over the world. But like it's more legit the further we get into it. ARP is that guy. He was like, I'm gonna start a battle rap league, and he's phenomenal at it because he's an excellent businessman. And I assume somehow magically we will attract more people like that as we go.
Yeah, I foresee that happening too.
Did either of you guys watch the volume card?
Yeah, I caught a few of them. I think I watched the whole card. Yeah, I watched the whole thing.
I watched everything up to Shotgun and Averb was the last one that I watched.
Crazy battle.
Yeah, I was actually impressed.
Shit.
Hate Verb, and I should.
You do? I like Verb.
I hate on him every chance I get. But what he did against Suge last night was phenomenal.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Definitely is vintage Verb.
Yeah, it was super vintage.
What is it? What about it? Was he just like angling? Was he punching really well? What was he doing?
He was. It almost seemed like the best way that I could describe it was that there was aggression towards his opponent instead of the females in
the women. Yeah. Like even when he had the steel, we don't steal foil, with the chain, he's like, we don't steal foil. Like he has a lot of those slick lines there, which is pretty good.
Yeah, it was very, very fire. I actually had Verb winning the first round. I had Suge winning the second two. But I had Verb winning the first one and making it close. Like it's going to be difficult for the judges to decide who gets that extra money. Because that was a judged battle. Gerald McCoy put up $10,000.
Yeah, for $10K, yeah.
Damn. So, Gerald McCoy.
Yeah. football player.
Just throwing out money to everybody.
So
Corey, you looking to sponsor a Battlerap podcast?
All
Let
over
my
here.
people get in touch with you.
$10,000 that's not going to BattleBot.
So is it like, even with that, is it Suge champion of the year? Because this seems to be the consensus right now.
Yeah, I think so.
If he wins, because this was judged and the judging decision comes out,
True.
I don't know when. I think that gets announced today because the Civil War card is today. It's an app event though, so
Right.
But I think the winner gets announced today for that. And I think that if he were to win this money, that he would win champion of the year. But I will say, and this is how important it is for Verb, that he is the first person to win a round from Shotgun Suge in
Wow.
the last 3 or 4 battles.
Damn.
And so
What the hell?
I would never have expected it. I would never have guessed that. I thought Suge was going to go in there on the run that he's been and just dog walk Verb.
For real.
But Verb turned up. And
and
I don't know if it was because of that extra money, but if that's the case, then Verb, they should have extra money on every Verb battle that he does. I just hope that he battles like this from now on, because that's what I want to see from him.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Was he not halfway decent versus Hollow in that little surprise?
He was.
Yeah. I would say that he was definitely halfway decent.
So generous.
I got a stick, olive oil. Yeah, some good stuff on there.
When I watched him in Hollow, I was like, I'd like to see that for 3 rounds, because I took that as Verb. He has 3 rounds of material, and he took all of his best stuff and put it into one for Hollow. I take it with a grain of salt. After watching him and Suge, this might just be the time that he's on now.
Amazing.
And if that's the case, that opens up a lot of possibilities. Like, it's going to be really dope to see.
Verby gave me his jacket versus Easy to Block. When he wore versus Easy to Block, you give it to me.
That's so crazy.
It's crazy.
Damn.
He just gave it to me. I was like, wow, it's awesome.
Shit. Were you traveling down there for the? You're just
no. He just mailed it to me. He just mailed it to me.
Damn.
He DM'd me. He's like, "You want it?" I was like, "Sure." He just gave it to me.
Yo, for real though, as much as I hate on Verb, salute to him. Salute to him for that.
Respect where it's due.
Yeah.
That's dope.
You know, just because you might not like what somebody does performance-wise doesn't mean that you can't.
Could
like
be
him.
a good human.
He's not. Yeah, he's a good dude, right? Has some weird takes that I might not agree with, but
sometimes I just think for his shock value and get people riled up, but sometimes it can be a little too far. I'm like, okay, you gotta kind of chill here.
Calico was saying free R. Kelly, and Show Off was like, hey, don't be so mean to Hitler. So there are some weird opinions out there. We gotta take with a grain of salt.
Yeah.
I never be. If I do another battle, I'm never gonna be saying no wild stuff like that.
Yeah, it's a fine line. I think probably endorsing Hitler is probably.
That's the thing. It's not a fine line.
Just don't say it.
Very large and very obvious.
Yeah,
Freeing R. Kelly.
You know what you're doing. You know what you're doing.
Obvious line. Saying Hitler wasn't that bad crosses the obvious line.
That's probably something you should buy somebody first.
Yeah, like there's some fine lines. Yes, those aren't one of them.
I got this line about how I would have had sex with my daughter because she's so beautiful.
It's like,
I don't know.
Cut it. Cut that. BattleBot should have interrupted that line while it
was yeah, very questionable. But so you, as you mentioned, Civil War 3, the third one.
3.
Right? Is there even a civilization to be at war after 3? New Jersey Twerk is back versus
man sick.
Yeah,
wow. That's crazy.
Love
not
real
even the
sick.
headliner.
Yeah.
Is that the head? That's not the headliner.
It's not the headliner, which is Just crazy.
I don't even know what the headliner is because there's another one that's like, why? Like I guess the Geeky battle. I was like, huh?
In Kid Slade is the headline.
Ah,
Oh,
yeah,
right.
J-Rock Kid Slade.
Which is well deserved for Kid Slade after his performance on Homecoming.
Cool.
Yeah, resembles.
Super dope. So they're probably doing that right now.
Yeah, no, it's URL. So they're probably doing that. It probably started an hour and a half ago, and they'll be getting into it, another hour and a half.
Definitely finish watching and listening to this podcast before you go over.
Yeah, it's not a caffeine event, so they don't.
Yeah,
have
it's like so you gotta. It's word of mouth right now.
Yeah.
I wonder why it's not like that. Why is it only app events? Why isn't they just throw their own pay-per-view? Is it like they have some sort of like agreement with caffeine? They can't do their own pay-per-view or something? Like, I don't know. Like, I'd like to watch these live. I'd pay to watch app events like live. But then I gotta wait till like February to watch Civil War 3. It's like,
Wait,
Yeah.
the app
lore
event
is
is on
gone.
the app, right? Like if you have the app,
yeah,
you
but
get to
it
watch
drops. It drops
No,
on
it's
the
an
app
app
like
and
3
it
months
drops.
later.
Yeah.
Oh, so
That's
it's
what
not...
I think. That's what I think you should do. Like, you buy the app, you subscribe for the app, and whenever there's an app event, it streams live off the app. I think that would be better. Yeah.
I
And if
assumed
not-
that's how it worked.
And
No,
if
it's not.
even an additional like $10, right? Like a one-time $10 you pay
Mhm.
for it, and then you have it like it could be run like a caffeine event where you watch it live and it's only on that one time live. Like you don't get to go back and watch that. You have to wait till the app drops happen. But yeah, no, you don't do that. Like I pay for the app. I don't get to watch Civil War.
Yeah, I think they just dropped the traffic battles.
They just dropped the traffic battles. Yeah.
And that happened a while, 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah, and the move away from YouTube is devastating. Also hurts First Tracker, which is which is
it up again?
Down.
Oh man, because I was trying to look at it and it was like couldn't find anything. Yeah.
Send your emails to MC War. Ask them what's going on with First Tracker. This is like, a big part of the culture from the beginning. Definitely, if you're at home listening to this, send an email to MC War. Send them a tweet.
And the thing is the thing that, and maybe I missed it and I don't know, but is there still no word on why it's down?
No, I think it has to do with MC War, but I don't know the details.
Because I was going to say, if it's something that the culture could help with, I'm sure that if a statement was made, that the culture would help him out, right?
100%.
Like it's a money thing, and he put a GoFundMe up or something, like it would. The culture itself would be able to help him out. So send the emails and tell him to at least put out a statement as to why it's not down or what he needs to help it get back up, because we just need to know what he needs.
Man, I'm forgetting all of my battle shit. Did I even battle?
I'm actually debuting.
Oh shit.
That's what I think I'm gonna do now.
Is it app only?
Yep.
That's how you circumnavigate the system.
I'm gonna use that AI art as my promo.
Let's go. Spaces battles only. So this is the segue that I kind of wanted to fucking shoehorn in. But New Jersey Twerk versus Real Sick. Wow, amazing battle. If New Jersey Twerk shows up, and we've seen evidence of that in his previous battle with Lou Castro, also this week, which was great 3 rounds. Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, very good.
Spectacular 3 rounds from Twerk. I thought Castro was dope too. I thought Lou was like, he had like a little bit of a choke, a little bit of a stumble. Did he choke all 3 rounds? I think he choked all 3 rounds, right?
Stumble. There was a stumble all 3 rounds, and I think only one actual choke.
Right, one big choke. That was so funny, and Twerk's like, yeah, I know how that feels.
Yeah.
That was great. That was a really good battle too. That'll definitely be.
Yeah, and it's a rematch. Like I didn't know that was like either Twerk or Luke Castro's first ever battle was against each other. It was crazy.
True. Right. That's the.
Because they're like in some sort of like barber shop. Yeah. And you look like a little baby. It's different. It's totally different.
Yeah.
Probably.
But man, just the energy when you watch that back, like you think imagine being in the room for that. Like you can feel the bars, you know.
I mean, that's one of those New Jersey twerk things, right? Like,
Sure, but I didn't know Lou got that loud.
Yeah,
and he was
very impressive.
I got nothing.
That's all I got too. I thought you were going to segue into something else now.
Well, it's basically the segue to Battle of the Week. And Battle of the Week this week, there were a lot of battles that dropped. There were a lot of battles that dropped on YouTube that did not get submitted to Reddit. And if they are not submitted, they will not be nominated. I feel bad. I wanted to submit them, but then I'm like cheating. And it's like, man, you can really boost engagement with your followers with everything if you post regularly on Reddit. I know King of the Dot posts on Reddit. There's Caffeine. There's somebody from Caffeine who posts on Reddit. And it's like, hey, you know, Dre yourself, like, you're a great example of somebody who's used that platform to really get your shit out there. And like everybody loves you on fucking Reddit. And there's a bunch of people there. So
yeah. And it's like crazy, like the profile pictures are the little Reddit pictures, and it's just like, wow, like, and I memorize people like this Mexican, and this is SK Play, and it's like, I know these guys, you know, and Cal, like the people that always like comment on my stuff. So it's cool, you know, it's a good community. These people are very supportive.
Facts. So definitely make sure that your battle goes on there, and then it'll get nominated for Battle of the Week.
Yeah. I got it downloaded, so I might post some clips or something, like some highlights. I don't want to put the whole thing, you know. I don't know if Beast Mode. I bought it, so I don't know if Beast Mode is gonna have a problem, but I'll post some clips.
A little promo clip is cool, and then you know Beast Mode drops on YouTube, so you know that will definitely be nominated for Battle of the Week. Hopefully you don't get this competition because holy shit. It's
EK and Remedy.
Lou Castro versus Twerk. Ellis Dean versus Gas Buff. Your battles dropped a fun little one-off from their Halloween event. It's like an undisclosed or something like that.
It was a Halloween event, yeah.
Oh, it was just a random Halloween event. Super fun. Man, Gas Buff is really dope. I feel like Ellis Dean's in his bag. He knows what he is. He knows what he's doing. But I'm still getting used to watching Gas Buff, and I'm constantly impressed and surprised by his like understanding of the form. I feel like he writes really well, which is and like good solid writing too. Like this is not some fucking jokester who comes in and doesn't understand cadence or doesn't understand rhyming, but it's kind of funny. No, he's fucking got a good comprehensive.
That's the thing that's really hard about being like having comedy as your main weapon when it comes to battle rap is that sometimes stuff gets overlooked or lost because he's really funny. And you're listening to it and you're like, that's hilarious. And I'm laughing at it. And you miss the fact that he's actually rhyming so well. And Gas is phenomenal with the way that he writes.
Yeah.
And yes, it is leaning towards a comedic sense. But that doesn't take away from the fact that it is written very, very well.
Similarly, like a Shuffle T vibe I'm getting.
Yep.
I don't know, maybe I'm not the first person to make that comparison, but like, oh, that's really funny. But also, wow, with the fucking multis that you just dropped.
Yeah.
Yikes. So that
only thing that I say takes away from Gas Buff is, and this is probably just a me thing, but he kind of sounds like the BattleBot. And I don't like the BattleBot.
It's just because the BattleBot is British. Yeah. You probably think that way about all British people. But the thing about the BattleBot is we asked him why he has that accent. And he says it's because it makes him seem more intelligent. It's like humans just naturally think that the English accent is more intelligent. So it is what it is. I made that predictable. Yo, Bags and Bodies dropped Ash Cash versus Hope Trilly. I don't know if you guys saw that one.
Oh, it was on YouTube?
Yeah.
Second one
on your day channel, I think.
Okay, I'll check it out.
Second one from Bags and Bodies. The first one was Battle of the Week winner last week.
KD and
J Guy.
Yeah.
And, yeah, that was good.
It was a really good battle, and this one as well, very well filmed. You guys haven't seen it yet, so I won't spoil it. I will say, Hope Trilly is She was really good. Holy shit.
Yeah, I like Hope Trilly. I've seen Ash Cash too. Ash Cash been rapping for a while.
Mm-hmm. She got beat up in this one. I'm gonna
Oh
be
no.
real with you.
Uh-oh.
She was struggling a lot, and she had some choking and some stumbling. That was just ugly. But I mean, there was a little bit of gas in the room too. I don't know what it was. There was a little bit of gas in the room because they were like reacting off Hope's setups, and you're like, okay, guys, calm down. It's one
I see what's going on here. Come on,
right? Let's be real. She's an attractive woman. Yes, let's hear the bars. But no, when she got the fucking bars out, it was like, yo, she's fucking great. She's got like the battle rap style too. It's not just, hey, I've written a bunch of really cool shit. It's like, I'm actually gonna bully you. Like I'm gonna use comedy and I'm gonna use bars or whatever, but I'm just gonna bully you a bit. And I thought she executed it really well. I thought that was, I don't know, I was impressed.
And then I don't know if there's another Battle of the Week nominee, because I don't know if it got posted in subreddit. Was it Kingsley Thunder and Bard?
Was not submitted.
Good, it doesn't matter because this is for Bard.
Hey, oh shit! It's making enemies left, right, and center. Yeah. I don't think that's it's gonna come back to haunt you. I think Bard is pretty much done with the scene at this point.
Does it appear that way?
Yeah. Again, probably should avoid all the Hitler references and all that stuff.
Why are they making such a comeback right now?
Oh no, it's so weird.
Like, why? There's this weird thing where sometimes stuff starts to happen in the world and it like bleeds into that.
What if you were all wrong and Hitler wasn't bad?
And so
what?
Yeah, like Bard comparing himself to Hitler, making weird Hitler remarks, and the Kanye.
I'm the lyrical Hitler.
And sure.
Why would you do that?
I just don't understand it. It's bled into battle rap, and it's
such a weird.
Good.
No, such a weird angle. So shouts out to Bard and Kingsley Thunder. They were not.
Shouts out to Kingsley Thunder. Congrats on winning the Academy.
That's insane.
Beating Bard, facts. I still want to watch that for sure because I heard that was it's a good battle, and I'd like to see Kingsley progressing. He's a good name in UK shit, and he's got another big battle lined up too. Right? I think he was on the next card.
He just battled Graza last night.
Oh right, okay,
yeah.
Cool. I heard that was really dope. Yeah. Shouts out to Graza. He's the fucking friend of the show.
Oh, and then he battled Mackenzie.
Right, thank you, Mackenzie.
Friend of the show, Mackenzie.
Thanks, friend of the show. Man, that Premier Battle season is going to be really exciting. And we will have all types of coverage on that when we get to it. But now that we've run through all the Battle of the Week nominees, let's see. BattleBot, now's your time to shine. Jump in here.
The winner of Battle of the Week is...
I knew it. I watched that in the morning yesterday, and I was like, I'm supposed to battle right now, and I just watched this. That's why I try to stay away from battles when I try to write. I try to stay away from all
when
that.
I was getting ready to battle visual on my return in England, I'm so ready, so excited, big moment, super stressed out. You know what drops that morning? Rum Nitty versus A Ward. And my brother's like, ooh, let's watch this before we go.
Oof.
And I was like,
don't do that.
So I know what you're feeling, Quadre. It's not what you want to watch on the way to an important battle.
Rum Nitty is not inspiring. Rum Nitty is inspiring people to be fans. Rum Nitty is inspiring people to sit down.
Yes.
And that's what it was. I mean, this battle has so much replay value. And, it's just a great setting, location. It feels like, battle rap vibes, And
it was that Danny Myers in the back. I thought I heard him yelling and stuff in the back. I could hear Danny's voice, and they're like, "Get in the camera." He's didn't end up going in front.
So good though. Incredible battle, totally worthy of Battle of the Week. And man, just I can't stop Rum Nitty. Just love that shit. We'll always click.
Yeah.
That's it. That's it. We did it. We made it to the end of the show without unplugging BattleBot. He's been a good boy, relatively. And yeah, just a fucking a good week this week for the U.S. and Canada and the UK and Battlerap Africa. They had an event as well.
Oh, really?
Last
Okay.
weekend. Yeah, really cool. I think we're going to try and get Fifth on to do a recap of the event and see what's up. But looks like a lot of really dope performances. I've been seeing clips. I think it was Fifth versus Queen Mona, and Gaddafi's killing it as well. So we will break all that down in subsequent episodes. But for right now, that's all for this week. Where's my thing? That's all for this week, folks. Remember to follow us on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and join the Discord link in the sidebar. You know that Quadre, I Am Quadre, is available on Twitter, Instagram, Reddit even.
Reddit.
Follow him on Reddit. You can follow people on Reddit. It's wild. Just been a very enjoyable show this week. Thanks, guys, for coming on.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys. I always tune in. I always try to be in the comment section, say something. You guys, I appreciate you guys a lot.
Thanks for being on, brother.
Yeah, for sure.
1000%. We will see you next week with a brand new episode of the Bodycast. So stay tuned and remember to click like and subscribe. If you're feeling it, if you feel like that's the thing you want to do.
Do it.
Pat, you want to play us out?
Yep.
Ding,
Feel like your guitar.
ding.
Thanks for watching.